And Lord knows the sky's the limit when it starts talking about paint and color. And here again, you can pick out any knob you want to.
Right.
And can I open this?
Yeah.
Okay. Hinges and knobs. And just take a peek at this guy. It looks like a fairly standard kind of compression hinge here. And this happens about once a month that I have a homeowner call me. And it's always a gentleman, sometimes a wife, but mostly a gentleman calls and wants me to come to his house and figure out which kitchen cabinet door goes where. Because he's taking them all off, taking them outside, and he's painted them. And, you know, just masking all this and all proud of himself, and goes to put the door up. And they're, every one, in an upscale house, they're all different sizes, and they're, you know, they go in. Yeah. So, you know, that was when you start in, anyhow, I mean, what you'll find is back up in here, we'll have piece tape number 1, and we'll find a place here, probably on the bottom, to write a 1. So that everybody goes back. This won't be hard because we only have 4 choices.
Right.
And you know the
when you do the whole kitchen, which we're going to have to do too, but that's another story.
Well, that's a different day. But you know the permutations and statistical of you know, it's like.
That's hilarious.
And
Okay.
I always just have to.
And then we'll do a frame around this big mirror because it looks just unfinished. I mean, it doesn't have a nice look to it.
You can go to the frame shop. You can go to the frame. You can actually go to the frame shop, huh?
You think they make it that big?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I went to the frame shop. They got frames around all my stuff. They're really nice guys down there. You know, from 15501.
Yes, I've been there.
Yeah,
I like them.
and nice guys. And
they did something for me in that hall, out in the hallway.
And we'll put GFCS here.
Okay.
Meaning, I mean, they're.
And then I'd like to see a price for taking off the top and putting a new one with the 2 sinks. And like you said, you know, getting the good Delta faucets and stuff because. And then, you know, I just have to make a decision for a schnickel and then, you know, make these things match. But then that's my decision to get into that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do stainless steel water lines. Oh. And
is every one of these able to take the top off or not?
It will.
It will?
It'll come off, no question. That is what they call a faux synthetic, well, maybe not synthetic, but faux marble. And
it's gotten worn, you know, so that you can't clean it really well anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you know, everything has a lifespan.
Right.
And
this is 20 years of the house.
Yeah, and I will tell you that this will be one of your more expensive items. And you're going to go in and you're going to tell them that I want that pretty thing over there, and I want 73-inch long double hole sink. The sinks, well, let's go 73 by 21. And the tail piece of the sinks is, alright, let me tuck it in behind that guy right there. What do you got, 45 and a half? 44 and a half?
What are you measuring to? The faucet?
Yeah, well, you know, that faucet is shooting right on top, as it should. I mean, everything's lined up there, but let's get a good number here. It's worth the time that it takes to get a good number. I'm going to move that middle guy right here. Okay. There we go. Now, you can read that. That's 45 and a half, isn't it?
To right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're 45 and a half. That's where the holes, you'll have 3 holes here.
Oh, I see.
And the tail is that's also your drain.
Right.
And so it was 73 by 21. Okay, 73 by 22, 73 by 22,
Yeah.
and 45 and a half. And because you know that spread doesn't have to be. And start at Home Depot because that'll be your least expensive.
Right.
And then
I
you
get
can-
overwhelmed in that place. I really do.
Yeah, well, there's no question. What you will find is you'll be extremely well taken care of in the professional bath shops, but it could go to $500 a linear foot. Anyhow,
Okay, well.
the singles are $100. So you might think of $350. It's something that's functional and nice.
I've seen them do like 2 dressers with a sink in them. I've seen that in the magazines. That ends up
Oh.
costing you less.
It depends upon how much the dresser is. Because you've got a base.
Right, that's true.
And if you put a top on the base, these will be about $100 a piece. 68 to 100, somewhere in there. And but you can put a top on it, and a lot of it's going to be the aesthetics, because when you start putting money into a thing like this, you need to buy the thing you want within reason.
Right.
And if you look at that and say, oh my God, honey, look. And if it's within reason, whatever your numbers are, that's the thing you need in your bathroom. And if you like the independence with the little dressers and it looks like a beautiful, I can put a sink on anything. I mean, really. Any cabinet you find, I don't care if you go to Granny's Panties in Durham. I had people buy stuff and I got a sink on it. It's not hard. But my favorite place is it the Goodwill or the Habitat shop in Raleigh?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like football fields of stuff.
There's that one in Durham too, that Habitat Restore.
54, 55 area. Yeah. I've never been in there. I've been to the Raleigh one.
So that would probably be it, and then of course painting the wall. I painted in here. I
Yeah.
painted this closet.
Yeah.
It hadn't been painted. And I
Okay.
like that color. I was
Yeah.
thinking I might carry that color into here
I
too.
like it too. It's nice. Can I go in there a minute?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Let me peek in here a minute. Let me peek in here real quick. Hi. Yeah, your husband did IT, didn't he? Is that right?
He's a scientist for EPA.
Scientist, that's right, for the EPA. That's got to be the back wall of your bathroom.
To the next one, you mean?
No, I mean your toilet is right there.
Oh, yeah. I can knock to tell you exactly where this is,
Yeah.
but I think that one is back further.
Let me measure. It is.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. I want to measure from this line. That's about 65. Oh, wow. Yeah. The toilet is about right there. That's your back bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it ends there. What I was hoping, which I can do, is pilfer anywhere, but it's just not here.
Okay. You can't do what's not there, right?
Where are you from?
I'm just joking around.
Where'd you grow up?
Where I'm originally from, Massachusetts.
Okay. That in Craftsman, actually, it was, I could tell, only time I could tell the letter A, we gave him away. And he said that Massachusetts like, Boston like.
Yeah. Trying to see where you can borrow any space from.
There's a big closet right here, right along this whole wall.
You mean if we were to go to the extreme makeover? Right?
Well, if I'm gonna see a thing and offer an alternative, I can't do it there because of your
No.
view. It's just not acceptable.
a shower bath combination
That'd be
and then worrying about whether, you know, you can move the motor or not.
Mhm.
I like that idea rather than going to walls and all this, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. You what we might could do is put a brand new motor in there. And hope, you know, put a door here.
Yeah, you never know.
But I tell you what you're gonna want.
What?
You're gonna want that changed.
This?
That big, this gold,
Oh, yeah.
you'll want that changed. And
Yeah.
that means we're gonna have to bust into this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
That will still run into less money than buying a new tub, right?
Well, let's look at every option because
Yeah.
it's free to look.
Right. But changing out the fixtures and maybe moving the motor probably would bring you less than getting a whole new one. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, and even not. I had a couple of really lucky jobs. When I was in school, I worked for the county tax collector or something in Charleston.
Oh, yeah?
He went to our church, as W.O. Thomas, and Mr. Thomas was a nice man. He gave me a job in the summertime. And he had a guy there that was a CPA for the city. That's a 5 foot. That's a 5 foot at the top of the angle. You know, it's a generous bit of measure. And he used to work for IBM. He had this whole IBM. He gave it to me, and it said think. That's all.
Yeah.
It's one of the gifts that the IBM people have given us is how important it is to just stop and shut up and just think. And to say that if you have 5 foot and you need that 5 foot and you like the 5 foot, is there any other way we can find a way to give you 5 foot? And I got 5 foot. So what I'd like to do is and it's free to look, is let's see if we can find a tub that's going to come over here and give you that 5 foot. And then give him a...
Oh, I see what you mean. So it would go that way more. The oval part would go that way
Yeah, I'm going to take this whole tub and like
and go.
like this, and I want to shove it this way.
Yeah.
Push it that way and give you a whole lot more area to walk, give him a whole lot more area to shower, because it's a very inefficient use
Yes.
of, you know.
Right. Exactly true.
And
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't run into too much, I think that's, you know, logical. Makes sense.
you don't know until you look.
Right.
And if it's within your budget, this is the solution, is get this thing better. And let's look and see how we can do it.
So my first thing, you still think starting at Home Depot is the right place to look for things like this?
Well,
I need to look at bathtubs.
That's my suggestion.
Uh-huh.
I would say first place is online. Pull up Home Depot online. Pull up Lowe's.
And then you can see measurements and stuff.
Well, yeah, you keyword search. Reasonable. Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Greensboro is close. And I think if you don't find it there, maybe it's in Charlotte. I mean, that would be the only other shopping mecca that's reasonable. And I'll tell you that mail order is huge on our planet right now. Because FedEx can
don't even go to the store for it. You just
check online. And you want a tub that's going to be a 5 foot. One tub's going to be 5 foot. Okay, and it's going to be able to live in a 64 1/2 inch hole. Because that 64 1/2, actually it's not, because there's a tile there. Here. That hole is 65 inches, roughly, because mine takes it a little bit of an angle
So
before.
it's a 5-foot tub in a 65-inch.
Okay, the tub is going to be 60. The hole is 65. Now, the width. You look like a rookie. The width of your tub is whatever you find comfortable. Because I mean, this is a wide tub, and you may want a wide tub, but okay, you got 32. You got 32. But you might be happy with 28.
And if I had 28 though, there's going to be a lot of space between the shower and the tub, right? Yeah, because then we're not bringing that shower all the way over to where that would be, where the 28 would end. That would be some huge shower. See what I mean? There would be space in between.
Let me get behind you. I don't know why I'm recording. You gotta do too. I'm running out of battery. Remember the movie Dead Poet Society?
I don't think I saw it. I know it was Robin Williams, right?
Robin Williams was a teacher.
I didn't see it.
Mr. Keating looked at things differently and told the students when I taught, I did this one time, just, and they jumped up on the desk. Said, you've got to look at things from a different point of view.
Right.
And he had a desk and he put the kid up there and they looked around and said, this is really different. But if you take a different point of view and the tub you have, it's a Whirlpool massage.
It's a Whirlpool, yes. Sorry, I just have to see if it's somebody out
No,
there.
you're good. Tell you what I saw, and I don't know how much you like the massage tub, or what do we call it,
Jacuzzi or something.
jacuzzi. Basically, I kind of diverted in my mind to a clawfoot, big.
Yeah, I don't go for
Cast
those,
iron.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like them.
Sure, that's
It's,
fine.
yeah,
But if you do that for your spatial only and turn your angle a little less, you get an awful lot of tub in there, and then push that way.
right.
I mean, I think
Yeah, no, I think that's true.
that's what's gonna happen. 'Cause
Right.
I just wanna get away from it. And then I think that once you gain in that shower, gosh, you'll gain 3 feet in that shower. That's enormous amount of area.
Yeah, it is. Huge.
It really is, and I think you like that. You won't gain much toward the toilet, but you will gain a lot the other way.
Right.
And you put a tile floor in there, and put a membrane, rubber membrane in it, then you can relieve the door, remove the door, and just have that very front wall of glass. That glass wall, it would be so far away from your jet, because it would end, you'd have somewhere close to this, your outer wall, it could be a solid piece of glass coming all the way to here if he wants it. And your other one can come all the way to here, because your glass wall would end where your tile is. And you can enter, I don't know.
That would be gorgeous, but yeah, are we starting to get really high price here now?
Well, I don't know, because they're solid pieces of glass, they're not movable, and they're anchored to that wall. And there's nothing up here in the glass, and you walk in with no door. But I still don't think it's big enough, because you'll be showering in that area. It hits you and bounces here. And
in my experience, in the places I've been to where I tried those, it's not as nice as what we're describing, but anytime I was washing my hair, the water was going flying all over, and there it was all over the floor when I finished, but they do look nice. So, but I still, yeah, getting back to the point, if it's feasible and reasonable, having a tub, you know, this is a big waste of space, so having a tub that went this way would allow for so much more space over there, there's no question about it.
sure.
Whether we ended up doing the glass things or not, right, you'd still have a lot more room for a shower. And it would still give that look, in a way, of the shower kind of running into the tub, which I think is nice. When I've seen it in magazines, I thought that was very pretty.
Glass blocks too, and that's an option. And
These windows are old and junky, that's for sure.
yeah, but old and junky might be just fine.
Glass blocks is a nice idea for the light, but then you wouldn't see the trees so much, right? That's one of the things I like, is seeing the trees.
I was thinking of the partition line between the tub and the shower too. This glass block here.
That's what I thought you were going for.
Yeah, I don't want to stop the light from coming in. And, yeah, I don't feel good about that. I feel like it's hanging off.
I mean, I would like to afford new windows in the whole house, frankly, but we'll see. That's sort of, further down on the list in a way.
Well, I'll tell you, budget, please don't call Window World. Window
Pella
World.
and, I know, Anderson and all them are good.
Window World gets a lot of people, and they put a window for $189 install, and people get a $189 window, and it's a bad window. It fails, the installation is substandard, and they've got lots and lots and lots of problems. But I would budget around $300, $350 times 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way around.
Yeah.
If it was my house. And if this was a rental, I budget $250, $200 to $250, if this was a rental house.
What do you mean?
Because you treat rentals differently. That in your own personal residence, you would want higher quality than you won't put in a rental house.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise. And you would never do this to a rental. This would be as is in a rental.
Oh, yeah.
Your personal house, it would be turned to the side. Let's get a smaller jacuzzi tub in here. Let's open the tub, the shower out, and then let's put a number on it, and then we'll see if it's feasible.
Right. Right.
That's an air conditioner. Right here. Oh, lots and lots of pine trees. 6. I remember when Hugo came through Charleston in '89, we had pine trees like this.
Don't tell me about it. Because you know what? If one of them came down, it would be coming right into here. So I don't like to even really go there. You know?
Ours was, the house was here, and they were north and south. I said, Dad, that's why you've been living right all these years, because you had one limb strike a window, press against it hard, and it didn't fail, and it was a big picture window in the middle of the front of the house.
That's
I said,
amazing.
even that didn't. Wow.
That's the kids next door.
Oh, they have brick. They're doing stuff with brick next door.
I think it's the house after that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of trucks going up and down.
Bunch of brick, a bunch of dirt on the road, and, all right.
Everyone's doing work on their homes lately.
Yeah, I noticed.
We may have to wrap it up too, because my dog is starting to go nuts.
Let's go ahead and do that. I think